I have with me Hani Saif, CIO at Extra Group. Welcome, Hani, to Embitel. Uh, this group is, I think I remember, is the fastest growing retail group in Saudi. And you are the leaders in consumer electronics and home appliances.
Correct.
So I think we had a good journey on the e-commerce side for last 1.5 years. And I should start by congratulating you for having your own development center now in India. And also another congratulations for completing the successful digital transformation project in e-commerce. I remember 1.5 years back, you told me that you'll go live with your mega sale. And I think 1.5 years back, I thought you are thinking too ahead, because the projects of this size are always very late or sometimes don't go on time. But I think you made it happen actually, which I couldn't believe. So I think my first question is, how did you make this happen? The projects, which 3 locations people are working, I think 60, 70 member team, at least I'm aware of that. And in spite of that, you were not on time.
Right.
So what was the recipe for that?
Thank you, Sharad, for having me. Actually, you are not Embitel and Extra. We'll talk about it later on. But to answer your question specifically, I thought a lot on this question actually. And to be honest with you, the only reason to make this project really happen behind it is people. So the people is the main driver for this project to happen. If we don't have the right people and the will in every one of the team that this can be done, and they need to put the full effort and focus on this project from their heart and work as one team, regardless of who's the winner, I think this project wouldn't be really live in that time. So this is one of them. The second recipe, if you allow, is the top management, the senior, the leader, the people who's really responsible for the team. They need to show them that they are behind them, they are with them, they are not really steering from different office or from towers, and they are on the ground working. They have to work with them hand by hand. They have to show them that they are part of this. So if they saw that the leaders among them and they know what's going on, this will encourage them. Because during this project, a lot of unsurprises happening, a lot of clashes happening, a lot of hot issues happening. So if the leaders are not there and make sure that they can contaminate these problems and to go forward and to encourage the whole team to escape and pass this behind, I think it will be very hard. So again and again, it's about people and leadership, regardless what is the challenge that you have. If you have the people, if you have the right leadership, no matter what you are trying to do, you will do it.
So I completely agree. This is something we have also seen in our organizations. Leaders have to lead from front. And I think which you have done it, and I'm also admire some of your leadership skills, which I have seen over the course of during this time. And so how does Embitel has played a role in the successful rollout of such a project?
Actually, to be frank with you, very frank, if Embitel is not part of this project, I don't think it will be succeeded. Embitel played a very good role from first day that we met and the first day that we talked. The commitment that the Embitel really gave to this project and to Extra, and the way of giving everything they can do to support this project and not make it really fail or go behind. This is one of the most incredible thing that I have ever seen. And I can say this is one of the best partner that I have ever worked with in my 25 years, my career in IT. So Embitel is really company that you can rely and count on. They cannot let you down. For sure, there is nothing 100% correct. There is a lot of challenges. There is a lot of problems. But they are not the people who can let you in the middle of the fire and they would quit or withdraw if things are challenging. Though actually they are coming and work with you hand by hand until we pass this. And this is what we experience with Embitel. They are a very good partner, and without them, I don't think this project being successful or going on time. In this project, actually, what did you find? How Embitel actually learned? What actually Embitel learned from this project? Because there is a lot of challenges. How you pass these challenges?
So learning were plenty, and let me start with my personal learning first.
Yeah.
So I think I learned a lot from you. The first thing is the conflict management, and I think when we are coming to a launch, you have teams working from three countries. You have Bahrain, you have Saudi, you have India, and then there are other stakeholders who are invisible. So I think, and I remember very on the call, you were really trying to do the conflict management in such a scenario where the passions are running very high. Mm-hmm. So I think that was the one learning how to do the conflict management. And I think the second learning was you have led from the front actually. You have been able to motivate the team. That's as you rightly said in your initial. So I think two things I learned from you. And from the Embitel perspective, I think I remember we were on the call and we were asking for if we can change the date, let's say launch date. And I think I remember you said that anything can change, but not the date. So I think, and as a team, normally we went back to our storyboard and then we decided to let's keep the date same. But what is that we can do? Think out of the box. Right. And I think that also gave us a lesson that everything is possible, provided we need to think a little bit on a parallel basis, on out of box basis. What is the prioritize? What can we do? Can we do it in a better way? And I think that's the biggest learning that we realize that everything is possible. And I think to meet the deadline of your mega sale for 1.5 years, working continuously, was the biggest learning which I felt you made it happen, which I felt probably we might miss it, let's say, to be very frank. Going forward, what's your roadmap? Now you have the biggest mega sale, you have 10% of your commerce online. Right. So what's the roadmap for now? You have your own development center as well. So where does the Extra wants to take this e-commerce journey?
Actually, the e-commerce, the online and in retail, it's today in the mature market. For example, if we take Best Buy in the US, and they are very retail, very mature market, they reach for the online around 15% of their entire revenue. And I think this is the percentage that we will reach. We will not reach more than the cap for it is around 15 to 17%. But actually now the online and the e-commerce is not working only online. So 75% of the people who's shopping in store, they are coming to your website first.
Yeah, I agree.
So to make sure that you are saving and securing your 75% of your consumer who's coming to your store, which with the years they will be dramatically increased as well. And your mobile, which is the mobile first, which is 80% now of our sales happening on mobile, not on desktop, while the conversion is more on desktop as a value.
Yeah.
So actually this is give you a message that it's not end. This is the journey. This is the beginning. You have to do a lot of things online. You have to make sure that you have the right contents. You have to make sure that you are enabling and customizing based on the customer need and the customer experience. So it's about customer experience now. It's not about selling and more normal process. It's about customer experience. So there is a lot. Our vision now, we are opening in Oman. We are going to open in Oman by end of this month. Our online. Bahrain, it's already launched in January, and we will. We also have some plan to actually open beyond the physical places that we are open in, but still, actually, we are still going to make a more partnership and more bigger with Noon for the coming 3 years. Partnership. So there is a lot of things that we are very excited. We are very excited. So the growth is really will be huge. Sure.
So I think just to what I can take away from our discussion is a leadership which played a sort of a bigger role, and I think you were at the front of it. So I think for our people who are listening to this, probably they like to know, as a leader, how do you motivate people? So I think, what is the message you have for your team and for the others when they embark on such a complex project?
Many things actually. It's very hard. It's very hard because there's a lot of things. There's no book, but let me take my belief because I can talk about myself. This is what I believe, even if it's theory or it's not theory. I believe there is nothing impossible at all. This is my belief since day one in my life that there is nothing impossible. So everyone, even if his performance is really not consistent or he drops sometimes, he has something
Sure,
good.
yeah.
He has something good, but he's not really believe in himself yet. So my job is to make the people believe in them, in their self. They need to believe that they can do much better job,
Yeah.
and they have to trust. They have to trust their skills and their capabilities. So my role to make sure I'm securing the environment and to let them feel safe, to motivate,
Yeah.
to be motivated, and I make sure they have the space to innovate without barriers. I don't need to be a barrier. I don't need to say to someone, innovate, give me something new. And then when he come to me and say, this is not really what I was looking for. This is not really actually what try to do. So actually you are passing I need free thinking. I allow for mistakes. I allow a lot. I have very good tolerance about people to do mistake because I know the people will not become leaders and will not become independent until they learn. Until they learn. So with the learning, the mistakes is coming. So you have to accept the mistakes. For sure, you have to accept mistakes. Regardless, it's based on the responsibility that you are giving to your people. You have to allow mistakes. However, if the mistake being repeated again, it means that this guy he's not learning fast. So I'll give you another one more chance. After that, you cannot. So the people need to believe in themselves. I think the leader they need to give the space, and this is his role. His role is not teaching. His role is coaching, protecting, giving the space for his people to innovate, to believe in themselves, to accept their mistakes, to encourage them, to show and reward what they are doing. So this is what motivates me. If they feel that they are exist, they will feel motivated. If they feel that they are part of the success, this will motivate people. It's not about money.
Yeah.
At all, it's not about money. Yeah. So I hope this has helped.
Thanks, Hani. That's a very nice message to the people. I think people learning for me as well. And I think you're looking very smart in your Indian dress.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel comfortable actually. I will wear it until I reach Bahrain, inshallah.
So thanks a lot, and wish you all the best for your journey towards it.
Thank you, Embitel, for thank you, Sharad, for this. Thank you very much.